Arsenal's winning goal came from a corner, scored by Calafiore. See, Bayern Dearest ignore that day. He was very much bullied on the goal line.
See the United boys looking at those fucking Arsenal players at the back post. Not even bothered about focusing on the ball. A lot of them facing the wrong way.
Goes from Declan Rice. I think no one's marking
That's the
Too long to take the ball down there, Bukayo Saka. It's been trusted last time in Saka there. That's twice that Arsenal put players unmarked to the edge of the penalty area for the corner. This is Odegaard. Elsewhere, Manchester United advance. That's needed much more of that to pick out in Buda and do a team.
Cầm kiếm được tất. Yes. Rồi sao? Ăn lình.
Little unlucky maybe. Slid in and just got a bit of everything. The United in this first things forward, stay in the game. Stay as narrow and as compact as you possibly can.
Thế sẽ cho là khi phụ dọc ở mình.
Right side, got to get out. Get tight to Bukayo Saka, don't allow him to run and start standing some crosses up. So you have to win all those little personal battles, and then maybe Casemiro probably might have got to start getting on the ball, retaining a bit of possession for their team.
Against City last weekend. I mean, long way to go here, but 13 minutes in. Look at this. Arsenal compared to Manchester United. Manchester United not a single completed pass inside the final third. Martinez. Odegaard in hot pursuit. Dorgu. Harry Maguire. The crossbar. Last weekend, a header from the corner. Maiden.
Đây có con hay đâu đâu cho đây.
Hay là không thấy.
Harry Maguire today making the 450th appearance of his English League career. Martinez.
Hơi dù.
Fernandes under a lot of pressure from Saliba. Turns possession to Odegaard smuggles it through to Declan Rice. This has got danger written all over it. Saliba continued his run. Martinez.
Rất đi ép biển, mấy lần rồi sao?
Đây nào.
Relieves a bit of pressure from the visitors.
You just saw there, Bruno Fernandes, a bit of heat in and around him, gives the ball away. Arsenal very quickly, flying right through the middle of the field. Lovely run from Saliba. Maybe could have had a touch and perhaps see what else that was happening there. Or just fire it across the 6-yard box. In the end, Zembro does well to kind of sense he was going to cut it back and put his body right in the way.
Shrill boos and cheers from Arsenal fans who want Manchester United to get on with it a bit quicker with the restart here. Sergio Roberts takes his time. Timber. Made it. Strong against Odegaard. Hustled by Rice. Saka. There to Trossard. Closing into it, Gabriel. I think the referee acknowledged that probably was a foul, but he's happy for play to continue because Arsenal still have possession.
Keep the game going. Arsenal have the ball in good areas. Let them get on with it.
đi cái gì đủ nó tù
cứ cái tí bùi hình mấy
này số tầm này nó tỷ lệ mai chuyên vừa cái tiền mấy rồi
Odegaard. There was a crispness to Marcel's passing.
đi gồ
Saliba.
bác mình cứ đọc số đầu tiên nó phải nói gì
Declan Rice gets it back from Zubimendi.
sẽ còn game tôi cái
ui xe tuần game cuma extra lah
vâng
Em rò bên kia đi.
Gabriel Jesus. Must be delighted to be back in the starting team of the Premier League. This is the difference between last weekend against City.
follow
Chelsea
Ồ.
cái lái cái follow
Áp lại đâu là tiền chuông rồi.
Yeah, Patrick Hill with it. Abdul. He's got the team in winning possession, but as he's backtracking, he just clips the heels there of Bukayo Saka.
trong là có
Concede that free kick. Difficult that when you come away from home at a ground like this against a team like this.
Khi có tin hả?
Having the ball, then when you get it, you look up and there's not a lot to hit.
có lên
You're just trying to travel with it, keep it. See if the team can get a little bit up further up the park. But so far, every time Arsenal lost it, they've got it back pretty quickly.
Score against Manchester United in the Premier League. 4 of the 5 set pieces.
tại vì
Free kick of the day.
카다라.
là tết phần thì nó còn lấy
So what's the flight of it to do?
ที่เรียกดูมีค่าเรียกร้อนนี่
lại đấy bây giờ con sẽ bắn ủy vắc trên rồi
It's out to his clothes. That's a bit of a climbing above. The Lemons, the ball comes towards him, but he still does very well to get his hands up and tip that over the bar. Good
ที
job.
มทีมเชียร์หลัง
Zubimendi, who scored against Chelsea in the
Ai tìm điểm hết rồi,
a
tôi-
week and a half ago. Scored against Villa a few league games back.
เกิดเอ็นมันโดนเหรอวะดิ
This delivery for the corner. Attempts to flick it on by Gabriel Jesus. Declan Rice got there just ahead of him now. Really ate up the ball had gone out of play before Declan Rice brought it back in again.
Well, look at that, yeah. That doesn't surprise you, does it, when you see Arsenal 72% of it so far, because that's how it feels. That's the attempts, nothing yet really significant for United. But, look, 20 minutes in, I'm sure Michael Carrick
That's
again
it
would have expected what's happened so far. Arsenal to have the lion's share of it, but his team still haven't gone under, they haven't conceded, which is important.
Michael Carrick's first Premier League win as a caretaker manager of Manchester United was against Arsenal, of course. It was just over 4 years ago at Old Trafford. Today looking to repeat the trick, but here at Arsenal's home at the Emirates. Trossard cuts back on in Burma. Where's he going here? Leandro Trossard. David Raya, we've seen enough of that. It's the launcher. Good decision. It's worked out really well. Odegaard. Saka. Declan Rice is at the back post. Saka against Luke Shaw.
penalty
Good ways to accept the corner.
It's a good play from Luke Shaw, that. 1v1 with Bukayo Saka, he got tight without selling himself and without being easily outmaneuvered. Stayed on his feet and eventually got the blocking job.
nghĩ là hi lang lo 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 ro se han lak lo tu i thu sir box si mo
Tells us you don't want to give them too many of these.
he tai lo thu la an nuwa hi
nó sẽ hay chút thằng chịu là
Gabriel standing right on the penalty spot. Sandro Martinez has been given the task of man marking
นี่
here.
ว่าทุบเลยทุบ
It's Gabriello who's close. It is a Manchester United goal kick. Gabriello scored against Manchester United last season in the FA Cup game here at the Emirates.
Casemiro doing his job there at that near post, making sure that he jumps high. He didn't get any contact, but he just did enough to put Gabriel off.
โอ้เสียเต็มเสียกลุ่มสุดีคนที่อ่อนแค่
Manchester United who barely got into Arsenal's half in possession in the opening quarter of this match. This is Harry Maguire. Ahmad. Into the first half by the Manchester United yet to touch the ball inside the Arsenal penalty area.
กับลบตอน
To put that in context, Arsenal with 9 touches of the ball in the penalty area down the other end.
I think United just trying to have a considered spell with the ball at their feet, wherever it is. I think the next phase, and of course the next step, is that they've got to
บ้านมันก็จะสมบูรณ์อะไร
start testing Arsenal a bit more higher up the field. That's better, but that's a little spell of possession here. Nice switch.
Straight by Casemiro to Ahmad. Kobe Dallo. It's clever. Casemiro. Regardless in close proximity. Here's Lisandro Martinez. It was worth a punt. The Argentinian defender who scored against Arsenal 3 seasons ago. Bruno Fernandes wins it back. Referee says play on. No clean sight to goal for Kobe Mino, and now Gabriel Jesus comes on the charge.
เอ้าบ้านเอ้าบ้าน
Stolen it off him.
เอ้าบ้านเนาะ
Great work. Excellent play that from the man.
Casemiro was down, back up on his feet.
He wanted the free kick there, Casemiro, didn't he, on the edge of the box? Poulsen having nothing of it. I think United, just even in that last little passage of play, just showing that when they pop it about, bit of one touch, and then with a nice big switch, they can get a 2-on-1 themselves in good areas.
Bruno Fernandes too far in front of Brian in Uma.
วิชีฟเนี่ยไม่ได้มีปูกูนะว่าเราเกี่ยวอุ้มผ้าว่า
Timber to Saka.
สาดได้ด้วย
Tracking back again by Casemiro. Down he goes. Casemiro, who's announced this week that he will be leaving Manchester United at the end of the campaign. Fully promising to give it his all between now and then.
เท็กซัสเก้าหัวเขาเปิดป่าน
ไม่ได้ล็อกหรอกคือกับสนับสนุนคุยได้หมด
So they didn't score in their last league game, the only draw they had Forest. They didn't score in the league game before that either. The score was drawn with Liverpool. There's no shyness in front of goal in recent cup games. So far, 3 goals against Inter in Milan on Tuesday. They scored 3 against Chelsea in the FA Cup. They scored 4 times against Portsmouth in the FA Cup. All the Arsenal fans inside this stadium right now, very much looking for a Premier League goal to celebrate. Saliba to Gabriel.
ปรี
Space for Nketiah.
อะไรสวยตอนนี้
Zubimendi's going on the overlap. It's infield to Declan Rice.
เขาเต็มปรีเลยมันจะมีจริง
And Capi had a chance there to swing that one in the box.
อาทิตย์เบ็ดได้ไหมครับ
If it's Lisandro Martinez up against Gabriel Jesus, put it in there. You know, United centre-half's got a good leap on him, but he's far from a giant.
หรือว่า
Harry Maguire gets dragged out of that box, then maybe that's the time for Arsenal to maybe deliver something.
ว่าอะไรก็ได้
Sure, Victor Gyökeres on the bench will have had a little wry smile at that moment. He's seeking that sort of early service on a more regular basis and hasn't quite received it. Gabriel Jesus the spearhead of the Arsenal attack from the start today, hoping that he will get the service to show what he could do. Gabriel Jesus, who's only ever scored one goal against Manchester United in his career. Bruno. He says that's okay.
Hey.
Trossard is the Arsenal player slowly getting back to his feet. This is Dallo. Bruno. Copimedo picks out Casemiro. Now Bruno Fernandes to Dorgu.
Again, neat and tidy stuff from Manchester United. And they just get somebody on the half turn in behind Declan Rice or Zubimendi to start running at Gabriel and Saliba and give them a decision to make.
Bruno Fernandes. Declan Rice seized his opportunity.
Thế tạm hồ lông tổng nó một pass tụi phát đã thể có được sự
Zubimendi has come the closest to a goal in this game so far. Press and riot. Looks like Arsenal wanting to lay a trap here, urging Manchester United to come towards them, but Michael Carrick has clearly instructed his team not to fall into that trap. This is Odegaard.
Well, good shape, United so far. Back four suited, I think the personnel much better.
Gabriel.
In these tight games, Colin, it just takes one player just to knock off for a split second, just to lose your concentration. Let your man pinch a yard on you, and you can quickly find yourself conceding a goal. So, I said half an hour in nearly. United have certainly worked really hard. They must keep that going.
Here is Gabriel. This time he does deliver. But Dorgu is covering Saka. It's not the best header. Saka, Odegaard.
Offside.
It's turned in by Timber. Arsenal celebrate the opening goal at the Emirates. Wonderful body shape from Odegaard, but did the last touch come off Lisandro Martinez?
I will have done. We're about to find out. The header from Patrick Dorgu was up rather than out, wasn't it? It was just up in the air, which sometimes buys you a bit of players to react. But perhaps they didn't react quick enough. Let's have another look here. Watch this header. Just nods it up in the air straight to Saka. Now look in the middle of that 6-yard box. Yeah, it is. It's Lisandro Martinez. He's trying to pin him. Looks like he's hanging on to Yuri and Timber, and then it's a combination of a bit of a miss kick from Lisandro Martinez, and then might even come off Timber right at the end. Yeah, tough to see. Listen, that doesn't matter. What we do know is Arsenal got in front. They have a lead. After all that pressure, they finally managed to make it pay.
This is now the 25th time this season that Arsenal have scored first in a game in all competitions. Any time they've scored first so far, they have always gone on to win the match. Big moment. Arsenal will feel it is a reward from their bright start. Timber has been making that sort of run into the penalty area with frequency all season, and now Arsenal looking to build. But what about this? Brian Bruno. Saliba trying desperately to get back. Fernandes. So similar to Bruno's goal against Manchester City last weekend. They couldn't get the deep shot away early.
I think Mbeumo's got to hit it. He's hoping maybe that somebody else, when he chops back, might be in a slightly better position. Bruno Fernandes is trying to make the ground up, but he can't get there. The shot is a poor one. But that was a fast counter, that, from United. I think they're in Mbeumo. Take the shot, take the chance. On his left side, he can really hit them.
Well, if Manchester United are to force a comeback here, that is the template as to how they might do it. Premier League have given the goal to Julian Timber rather than an own goal for Lisandro Martinez.
Yeah. He's in a great position, wasn't he, Colin? No, it's whenever you're in that sort of scenario, that's where you want to be, just trying to anticipate where the ball's going to end up and run down the line of it. And he was there.
Timber, Odegaard, Saka. Extra piece to Arsenal's attack now. Here is Nkapie. Stopped by Ahmad. The Arsenal fans liked that. Zubimendi. He's just leaning into Harry Maguire, and he is adjudged to have fouled the England international. Just the start he would have wanted today, Mikel Arteta. Manchester United scored first in the derby, but this is now the fourth time in the last 5 games that Manchester United have conceded the opening goal.
Yeah, I think this next phase, quarter of an hour up to half-time, massive in the context of the game. United had to take that one on the chin a little bit. They've gone behind, but no need to panic. Must make sure that they deny Arsenal and they don't let this one just sneak away from them before half-time.
Gabriel Jesus had returned from being in an offside position. That's why he was offside there. And Nkapie is rolling all of this. We mentioned about getting that early delivery in. That's what set everything in motion.
Yeah, the more I look at that, Patrick Dorgu has the option maybe to just head it out for a corner if he's not totally sure what's behind him.
Just seeing there, I mean, it does appear to be a standing foot. Bruno Fernandes! A big moment! Goal kick. Bruno Fernandes has sent it wide.
Well, he's saying there's a tackle. I mean, I'd be amazed if Bruno has missed this one as badly as that. He's saying there's contact. Whether Saliba kicked it onto him. Let's have a look. He just gets a little touch on it, maybe, to disturb Bruno Fernandes right at the point of him about to hit it, but it's a couple of times United have got close.
You've got to say that's excellent defending from Saliba. I was just going to say that last replay showing that it seemed to come off the standing heel of Martinez, so reassess whether the goal, it is going to go down as an own goal for a Manchester United defender. This is Saka to Zubimendi. Nkapie under pressure from Ahmad. Manchester United player regains possession. So Arsenal benefiting from an own goal, just as they did recently in the FA Cup against Portsmouth. Casemiro to Diogo Dalot. And it's blocked by Nkapie, and Manchester United get their first corner today.
Nice play, Bruno Fernandes in the middle of the park there. First time ball to Casemiro. To eventually find Diogo Dalot. Now United get a chance to work a little set play, maybe find a yard of space, see if a little block can just disturb one of those red and white shirts for a change.
So much lauded for their prowess in set pieces, but Manchester United has scored 13 Premier League goals this season from these sort of scenarios. Swinging foot on that. Big shot to the top of the goal line. Saka miscues his clearance. He was trying to play the pass to Trossard. David Raya, it's about as nervous a moment as he's had today.
Great ball in, and of course that contact sending the ball right up in the air, and that's awkward for the goalie with all the traffic. Trying to focus on the ball and get something on it. It's very difficult. Look at that. And he's flapping away there. David Raya doesn't really get much, but Arsenal just about get it away.
Wendy.
Oh!
Great pressure here. Brian Mbeumo goes around the corner. Sylvie Mendy can't believe the goal that he's done for his team there.
Yeah, it's a poor mistake. Mistakes happen in football, others have to react. Unfortunately, not enough red shirts around that to do anything about to prevent Brian Mbeumo from keeping his composure, which he does really well. He's kind of leaning back there, Zubin Mendy, to try and go back to David Raya, but I love the way. Mbeumo was on his left foot, he could have hit it. He didn't. He decided to just wait and see what the goalie's going to do, and then just shoved it to one side onto his right foot, stroke it into that unguarded net. Lovely, cool, composed finish.
So important for Manchester United that they took that chance. Second time in his Manchester United career that Brian Mbeumo scores in back-to-back Premier League games. And Arsenal's lead lasted just 7 minutes.
Yeah. Evaporated with one mistake, and that's what happens. He doesn't make many, this guy. Hardly made a mistake like that at all, I think, since he's been at the club. But it's just happened, and he's got to push that to the back of his mind. Michael Carrick might not be looking like he's that pleased, but he'll be delighted that his team have bounced back into this game.
Sandro Martinez's own goal cancelled out. Manchester United's first attempt at Mendy looking to make amends. Nearly, very nearly, All Premier League teams so drop the fewest points from winning positions. Only took 2 points. That Brian Mbeumo goal, the one shot on target, it's all about making it count. And if he scribbles onto his pad of paper for Mikel Arteta with this latest change of events. It's Trossard, pushed him back by Dalot.
See, I think that's an unnecessary cheap free kick to give away, Diogo Dalot. Yeah. His hands on him, he's not getting the ball. With all the height and all the power that Arsenal have, you don't want to concede free kicks in this area. That's unnecessary.
The referee today is Craig Pawson. Rice, who scored against Manchester United in each of the last 2 seasons. This is an inviting angle for Rice.
Good, clean, safe hands. Yeah, just a fraction high, that one from Declan Rice. Nice work from the goalkeeper.
Just ahead of Brian Mbeumo.
Yes.
Arsenal suddenly making unforced errors. Kobe Maynard. Luke Shaw. Yes, for Sandro Martinez to pick up Casemiro.
เล่นครับ
Ahmad against Nketiah.
เขียนถึงโลก
Accepts the poor cricket circumstances with 4 minutes to go to the
เพราะ
break.
ว่ามันทรงหายไปว่าจะเป็น
Case Miro in line.
The weight has changed in here. Goals to change the narrative of the game so significantly. Suddenly Manchester United got a hunger about them as they come forward for this set piece.
ที่คุยที่อโดฟูชนเด่นเลยที่ว่าเอาเพลงเราเอาฟูชนที่จะฟูชนคือ
Catch the in-swinger from Ahmad. Bruno. Manchester United short on numbers at the back.
พอเลยเลย
Trossard.
โบ๊ทจะพักอะไรเนาะ
Nketiah. Eventually not to get there. He built up such a head of steam and he's just lost that too far.
Charlie for Arsenal, but yeah, that cross from Nketiah to go through. Just got a little bit too much on it. Excellent play from Casemiro again there. Just to take all the heat out of that by drawing that foul.
โรดมีก็ติโกเท
34 down.
ก็อยู่บราซิลนี่คือโลกของ
Timber. It's not a good pass. Defenders are making hard work of their clearances at the moment. Odegaard. That's a good pass. Groans from the crowd as he fails to control it. Dorgu.
เอ้ย
Ahmad.
Bruno.
แน่
จะเส้นเนื้อที่โก้มาตรง
Sandro Martinez to
ไม่
Luke
รู้
Shaw.
Don't have to be in a rush now, United,
เลย
to
มากเลยมาก
try and get into Burmo's speed. Well played.
ทหารตะกี้ต่อยูนโอ้ตะคา
Diaz. Sandro Martinez battles on, but he has fouled Bukayo Saka.
แต่ไปส่งรายงานต่างตัวเนี่ย
So the swings and roundabouts, the roller coaster ride. And we still have a full second half to go.
Well, he saw his team start very positively on the front foot, playing in the United's half of the field. Got their lead.
อินเดียพวกนี้
Went pretty quickly. United have shown enough in possession. Mikel Arteta will know his team can't afford to take any liberties, any chances this afternoon. United, when they get the ball in nice areas, look like they can stitch a few passes together.
เจี๊ยบหูหลัก
Brought him to score goals. Mohamed Mbeumo up to 9 in his Manchester United career. He is United's top Premier League goal scorer this season. 6 of his last 11 Premier League games now.
ไล่ด่าผมได้หรอกนะ
Casemiro. Fernandes. Just rushed. As it falls from Trossard. Wins it back.
โอ้
โอ้ไม่ใช่ปลาสด
Space.
To stop it as we go. There will be 2 minutes added on ahead of the break.
It's blown past, hasn't it, the first period?
แล้ว
Hasn't hung around at all.
Yeah. Again, Arsenal give it away at the back. Fernandes. And it brings the pace. Such invention. Such audacity! And he wasn't very far away.
No, David Wright is actually, I think, always scampering back. Would probably have dealt with this.
Tại sao viên sẽ
It's clever play. Good awareness that from Brian Mbeumo.
Âm nhạc rất là gì hả?
Flipped
Mà
ball
sẽ
forward
tổn
for
thương
Bruno
khác.
Fernandes. Just gets a little too much on it. Even on his left foot, he's trying to do the same thing. He might have had a better result, but it's unlucky.
Thierry Henry is here in the stadium today. That's the sort of attempt that Henry would have attempted in the past and probably pulled off with audacity. Story that would have been if Manchester United in the break against the league leaders. Alessandro Martinez.
Đấy score đồ anh tội. Phải chứ.
Disappointed at the own goal. Certainly hasn't put Alessandro Martinez off his stride.
You often see that with defenders. They're so intent on blocking the striker, pinning him, holding him, denying him the chance to move. They can't able to go and actually physically clear the ball.
Để sì. Tổng ra là hình rồi.
Dalot's throw. Capier's and there is the whistle for half time. So the own goal for Alessandro Martinez sets the Premier League leaders Arsenal on their way.
Heading đá nó còn.
This new look, new styled Manchester United team under Michael Carrick have got the mistake by Zubimendi punished. His 50th
Half time nghe game kan mudan.
Ăn chiếm rồi. Ăn muốn làm được đấy.
Tay tiểu đã lắm. Tay tiểu gần đó lắm rồi.
On the way to that first half that saw first
Cánh tuần đây mà chỉ này.
through a Manchester United player, Alessandro Martinez.
Đây. Manipur kan chết qua dù là tất tần cái đâu mà sẽ người tuần như vậy.
Uncharacteristic
Tốt mẹ.
by
이ting에
and it's all
tay tiểu thì đỏ đỏ.
in the second half.
Tay tiểu đỏ nó không nghe rồi.
How to title?
Sama. Hey. Chết xiêm đòn đi. Cái này đòn đi. 이ting에 tay tiểu thì đỏ đỏ.
뭐?
tay tiểu.
아, 얘를 당할 놈이 이거.
anh ấy đi truy nó. đi đỏ như cái.
그래 딱
Thấy đấu những trò. Cái đồ mày đón mày.
create highlight.
Đồ mấy không? Cần tìm bối rồi không? Mà ngày chắc chưa. From video.
They call me prospects. I've had my eye on you for ages.
Bắt đầu, ấy, cái đồ mấy không? Cần tìm bối rồi không? Không có kêu. Dạ, sorry.
I've spent a lot of time with the pioneers of this world.
우리 따치간 됐잖아.
On what's
여기
ahead.
딱 찾아오고 이러냐.
That's all there is to it.
미엘 좀 어떠니?
Mấy tìm em.
Prospects. Seiko.
Nia, Nia là khi nào cần tìm mấy đón đi em?
The crash zone.
Ấy,
Crash zone. The crash zone. It builds suspense. Uncovers evidence. Foreshadows danger. You feeling that?
Oh yeah.
I guess I'll go and try and find a ladder.
We create wealth for our loved ones, build a better version of ourselves, and make time for what truly matters. When there's so much more to us, we deserve someone who's more than just a bank account. HSBC Premier, more than just a bank account.
With a state-of-mind TVS N-Top 150, India's first hyper sports scooter is here.
Everyone's forgotten who runs this valley. Time to remind them.
lâu. Hey tắc hiện tự nhiên hey tắc hiện.
this family's name.
Ở hiện là mình, oh, hay là đâu?
destroying his son.
I took all the risk, and I took it for you.
ทับใส่มันเยอะมันจุดจะลงโด
All
น
you
ไม่ลง
have to do is to kill as much as you can before they kill you.
This broadcast is co-presented by ChatGPT, Kingfisher, the king of good times, and Kalyan Jewelers. In association with SBI, the bank to every Indian, OnePlus, waterproofing expert, and the new punch, Commander Max.
Disney's Lilo and Stitch. Global phenomenon.
เป็นลึกโต
Disney's Lilo and Stitch.
Premier League, only on Geo Hotstar and Star Sports Network. The Premier League broadcast on Geo Hotstar is presented by Black and White Ginger Ale, non-alcoholic, in association with Eurogrip Tires and TVS Talk 150.
ये शांति की बात नहीं है, ये काबू की बात है।
โอ้จะเสร็จเท่ากัน
कोई
เพื่อน
सोचने भी नहीं दे सकता कि वो ताज ले सकता है।
Eurogrip Max Center Lag is co-presented by Eurogrip Tires, the Beers Group.
So all square in the big one at the Emirates then. 1-1, plenty to get through. First Arsenal after an awful lot of Manchester United blocks prior to this, David, but a solid start.
It was, and it looked quite a dominant start, because Arsenal in possession. To be fair to Man United, they defended really well. There was cross, that defensive header there. I don't know what Doug was thinking about, whether he was just thinking of, I don't want to give them a corner. But he's got it all wrong. He didn't flick it on and he didn't head it out, so it was a terrible defensive header. But the ball from Saka is just amazing to Odegaard. He's great control. That little dink there, that's class. And then we get lucky with an own goal. It's, I think even if Timber,
He loves it in there.
yeah, he would have put that in anyway. He may have been offside, we don't know. But yeah, it was good stuff. What about you from
At weaknessและบ่นักกีฬามีน่าจะเสียประตูใช่ไหม
Ahmad did a brilliant job.
Yeah,
That's why that easy cross came in. Still, Dogu.
อันมานี่
Very straight forward. All you got to do when it comes that way, you just head it out for a corner. Now teams are always trying to keep possession. That header doesn't exist. But when he did, and Casemiro comes over to help him in the 2v1. You see him Bueno there, he can't press. He's the only one pressing on his own. That's why Nketiah gets the ball in. This header doesn't exist. Watch Casemiro, he comes over to help Saka 2v1. So Odegaard slides in behind him. What a ball from Saka. And somehow Timber is in there. He loves it. He's so good, isn't he? Left or right. Pops up in big positions. But the game's quite good up to that point. But it's been tight. One shot on target.
Fernandes through.
He's good defender in the end. It's not a foul at all. It looks like a chance, but when the defender, when Saliba gets the ball and just flicks it up onto your leg as you're trying to time your finish, then the whole time is out. It's not a chance. And despite the protest, it was a goal kick as well. But this is the goal, Steve. Plenty wrong from Arsenal. Okay, Zubimendi is going to get the blame, and deservedly so. He's almost got the picture in his hand. He's going to go back to the goalkeeper, but it's a horrible ball. It's too hard and it's bouncing. He can go out wide, he can play into step back, he chooses not to, Saliba then bounces a fast-ish ball. When this lad's in front of goal, I never doubt that he's going to score. I think he's a real good finisher, calm, calculated, opens his body up as if he's going to slot it down, so sends the goalkeeper one way, and then does it quick, in onto his right foot, finishes straight away. Gets a little touch on it as well, the goalkeeper, but really confident finish and United back in it.
Yeah, the goalkeeper.
uncharacteristic from Arsenal. Yeah, very. Like what Michael says, the ball in from Saliba is what causes it. It's a bad ball in. So we've only got back on
But you know, also I would say pressing from United like they did against City and Bueno initially, and then Bruno, they put Zubimendi and Saliba off. They are bad back, but it's only because of the press.
At the other end, we see Lobo could make a save. What do you make of this from Salah Lawrence?
This is a great save. He has a few options here, or a few decisions to make. He decides to put the cross, goes back, and then because as he's retreating, he goes low, and that gives him time. Fantastic reaction. Not only is it really close to him, but it's a deflection as well. Because it's coming up.
Grow viewers and one like
Nice to be positive about them. United
Tight game. I thought United played really well. Possession is really tight. Shots looked really tight. This will be a terrific second half. I think United have done what we thought they would do against Man City, and it's working.
Beautifully poised then, forward a big one, and of course as it stands, Arsenal would be 5 clear. They dearly love to be 7 after that victory for Aston Villa earlier today. But Manchester United again into the air. They're back on turn for the second half.
The Premier League broadcast on G-Hotstar presented by Black and White Ginger, non-alcoholic, in association with Eurogrid Tires and TV Center of 150.
Sometimes family isn't perfect.
แม่ก็รู้ตัวบุษแม่จะได้อันหลังถูกมาถูกมอ
The pet might bring behavior. Keeping the state
Disney's Lilo and Stitch.
This broadcast is co-presented by Kingfisher, the king of good times, and ChatGPT, in association with SBI, the Bank of India, OnePlus, waterproofing, and the new Command Max.
Get ready to freak out again with Freakier Friday. Now streaming.
Yes, yes. And don't worry, we're totally of age to drive.
Disney's Freakier Friday. Now streaming.
Amul Cricket Live is presented by Amul, the taste of India.
I'm trying to get abducted.
Sometimes you gotta fake it.
Stand your ground. I can say the same about you.
Disney Pixar's Cleo.
Premier League, only on G-Hotstar and South Sports Network. Premier League broadcast on G-Hotstar presented by Black and White Ginger, non-alcoholic, in association with Eurogrip Tires and TV Center of 150.
Sorry, I know this is rude for a first date. Thanks.
This broadcast is co-presented by Birla Opus Paints, in association with Sabse Badhiya Life Insurance and Life Tires, Vimal Ilaichi, and it's easy on an ether.
अवेंजर्स नहीं आने वाले तो फिर क्या लगता है कौन करेगा अमेरिका की हिफाजत हम में से कोई उड़ता है क्या सिर्फ लागा घुसवाली फौज है एलेक्स की रात को नींद आई We create wealth for our loved ones, build a better version of ourselves, and make time for what truly matters. When there's so much more, more than just a bank account.
Hyper is the state of mind. TVS M12 150, India's first hyper-smart
Eurogrip Match Interlag is co-presented by Eurogrip Tiles.
Michael Carrick and Manchester United have emerged, ready for the second half. It is calm as ever.
Yeah, well, when you've got that front four and all the pace up front, you've always got a chance. Obviously, it was an Arsenal mistake, but as Owen says before, that mistake. That man in shot, and then both press up, both force the mistake. I think from Manchester United's point of view, you don't need to chase the game. When Mbeumo pushed out for the goal, for the Arsenal goal, they just don't need to do that. They need to stay in shape, wait to win it in important areas, and then break, as opposed to, okay, it's fine pressing in the final third when there's a goal at the end. But just to go and press as a 1 or a 2 when you're sitting in a deep position, then that could cause problems. They did it once or twice, they got punished once. Stay in your shape. I think they've got goals and the United's been great.
Interesting. It's happened 24 times in all competitions this season. Will there be a 25th? Will they be 7 clear at the top of the Premier League by the end of this game? Fascinating second half as we go back to Andy and to Connor.
The last 4 meetings now between Arsenal and Manchester United here at the Emirates have all been level at half-time. Mikel Arteta, you'd be aware that Arsenal have gone on to win each of the previous 3. We've dragged back. Concentration. Premier League goal. Go on!
So cool.
These two teams for the difficult lines to which they started the game.
Yeah, so again, Arsenal will be expected to apply the pressure, to try and make the early running, but United have shown enough times in that first half that when they turn the ball over, they're dangerous. They look like that they take a bit of care with that first couple of passes, they can find a way through Arsenal.
Seem to remain relentless as they've been for much of this season. It's days like this, opponents like this, that you've got to show fibre to be worthy of being crowned a Premier League champion. Ebe Eze has not been used much in the Premier League lately. He did start in the Champions League in midweek. He's just going for a warm-up job there, but he's warm-up of a different kind. He's looking for the solace of a warm coat. Kobe controls it well in a tight area, but ultimately can't hold up to possession. Zubimendi sits at the wrong side of Saka. Good determination over Bukayo Saka to get to the ball regardless. Now Dorgu wins it back.
Excellent work.
Little phase of play there, summing up the competitive nature of what we've seen in this game so far. Coming in to Bruno Fernandes.
In that United victory against City, Connor, I thought also physically United were superior. Took their moments and got their goals at good times, etc. But physically they were too much for City to handle.
Manchester United desperate to show that that performance in the derby was not just a one-off. Looking for back-to-back Premier League wins for the first time since October. Manchester United. Saka shows too much of it to a hand.
Gabriel Jesus unable to really make that ball stick whenever it's come in and around him so far. That's something that he'll need to do a little bit better.
They could give it to Manchester United. Harry Maguire in no rush to take. Jesus' one Premier goal this season came against Aston Villa recently. Capio. Rice. Dallo gets it back from Manchester United. This is Ahmad. Controlled by Dallo. After about Alessandro Martinez. It's the sort of swagger that Manchester United fans will be pleased to see, representing a newfound confidence under Carrick. For this game, Arsenal very much dominated the possession early on. Manchester United trying to keep ball themselves now. Headed by Gabriel. Miscued clearance around 58. That's happening with frequency now. Maynard. Yes. Bruno Fernandes. Casemiro. Martinez. Fernandes. Still get it away, but only clearing their lines.
Yeah. Lucky. Lisandro Martinez firing that one into Bruno Fernandes, who first time wanted to just try and find Kobbie Mainoo, couldn't do that, but again, Bruno can be elusive. He can be a real threat once more.
Dorgu. Not had much possession inside the Arsenal half today, Patrick Dorgu. He's done really well here. Goals 2 weekends in a row in the Premier League. It's not just about the finish, it's how he controlled it. And then dispatched in off the crossbar. What a goal from Patrick Dorgu as Manchester United lead at the Emirates.
What a hit this is. It's great play as well between him and Bruno Fernandes. Lovely combination play. Tight areas, got to be right, it's got to be spot on. The strike is magnificent. I'm not sure what's going on, what sort of check Connor is going on.
Arsenal feel there might have been a handball. That's his knees, that's his hip. Oh, he's tucking it in. Arsenal will appeal for this.
Just crosses his hand, but it's only when he's tucked his arm back in. I mean, look. I know if it hits the hand in anything to do with the build-up, it often gets chalked off. I think this would be incredibly unlucky.
Video assistant referee today is Paul Cheney. He's had a look at that. He agrees with the on-field decision. The goal stands and Manchester United lead. And the United fans will want to watch replay after replay after replay of that one.
What a strike. Brilliant hit. Just got it beautifully, and they're so tempting when it's on the half volley like that. But you've got to get it right, and he had power. It was fading away from David Raya right into the roof of the net. What a start to the second half for United.
It is Patrick Dorgu's third goal for Manchester United. He scored against Newcastle on Boxing Day, scored in the derby last weekend. He has scored an absolute cracker here at the Emirates. Just saying before how he hadn't seen much ball in advanced position, but he certainly made that opportunity count.
Of course, the temptation, Connor, sorry for Mikel Arteta now, because of that bench, because of the power of it, is to immediately think about making changes.
Top of the table, but that comes with its own pressures and expectancies. And there is no doubt that the Emirates Stadium has suddenly been engulfed in doubt. Still a long way to go. But Arsenal facing a test now. Here comes Dogo again. 3 goals in his last 6 games. Why not shoot them?
Tight angle, but you're spot on. You just not running like he did from the sort of distance he did. Why not hit this? Hits it hard. I mean, it's not worrying David Raya at all, but United will be very dangerous every time now they run at that Arsenal back line.
2 goals from 2 shots on target for Manchester United, and Mbeumo in a race here, which David Raya had anticipated. Also need to stabilise and quick. Timber. Odegaard to Saka. Against Luke Shaw. Came off the top of Casemiro's head. Nketiah felt like he was considering getting that first blood, but he adjusted. He couldn't get his collaboration right.
That's exactly what he was thinking. He was going to hit that. Might have been better off doing so.
The Arsenal fans realising that their team needs the extra support now, and the volume switch has just been turned up a notch. We haven't played 10 minutes of the second half yet. Saliba. Saka. On that angle. Casemiro was well positioned. Manchester United can't get it away. This is Saka again. Gabriel Jesus. Blocked by Martinez. And now it goes for a corner. There was a little action after the ball has left the field of play, in which Gabriel Jesus has remained on the deck. What happens here?
Just gets a little knock on the back of the head. Gabriel Jesus, I don't think there's anything in that. He didn't need to go clattering into Gabriel Jesus there. He'd done the hard part, the second half. He'd done everything right.
Looks like Mikel Arteta is preparing multiple substitutions, starting with Ebeze. You can see Mike putting on his shirt, and Gyökeres seems to be adjusting his hair.
Everyone was on the move there.
Yes, they all could be, considering a slice of the action here. But Eze, it would seem, is certainly going to come on. Not until after this corner. So many goals from corners. Arsenal desperately need one now. Gabriel was close to that. Cleared off the goal line by Mbeumo. Saka. Taking on the man. He's just been able to hold him up. A bit of space for Declan Rice. Little dink straight at Luke Shaw. Casemiro.
Hey, come on!
Declan Rice to win it back off Bruno Fernandes. Gabriel Jesus struck it. Too many bodies in the way. I think that was another Arsenal player that the shot came off.
Offside.
Arsenal ready to make their triple change. In fact, we've been told quadruple change. So this is it's a real signal from Mikel Arteta. 4 subs at once.
Going to give him as much time to have the maximum impact. Don't blame him in lots of ways. I mentioned earlier, when you got a bench like that, you don't find yourself behind in a match. You've got to do something about it.
He's not waiting around to utilise this strong bench. Ben White will come on at full-back in place of Pierre Nketiah. Could well be that Jurriën Timber moves across to left-back, and Ben White will play in his regular position on the right-hand side. Victor Gyökeres comes on to lead the attack in place of Gabriel Jesus, and it is Martin Odegaard who will be replaced by Ebeze. Mikel Merino, so often the producer of goals at big moments, comes on for Zubimendi, whose mistake led to the first Manchester United goal. Eddie Eze, who's seen so few Premier League minutes in recent months, Arsenal now hoping he can produce something special here.
Well, they've just brought on quality, fresh legs, experience. Very few teams are able to do that. And Mikel Arteta's got to keep his fingers crossed and hope that he can have an impact on what is left of the game.
Kobbie Mainoo to Patrick Dorgu. It's a Manchester United team which has been misfiring for so long, suddenly appear to have their groove again. Ben White making just his 7th Premier League appearance of the season.
I think it's going to be a breathless last half an hour. There's any doubt about that. Arsenal know they've got to put their foot to the floor. United, can they resist that pressure and then take a bit of care with those passes like they did for Dorgu's goal? If they do that, they look very dangerous.
Frustrations so evident around the stadium now. Arsenal fans getting in their own players back, wanting to get on with it here as we approach the hour mark. Gabriel. White. Pass to Saliba. Eze. Junior. White's going forward run here. Central Martinez has 2 options to put it out for a corner.
Good defending, making sure he gets in that gully first there. Lisandro Martinez, nice run from Ben White.
New targets to aim for now after the quadruple substitution.
Yeah, there's 2 guys there that would love to get their head on something. Marino as well. He's got that knack, as you mentioned, Connor, in and around goal scoring situations.
Lucrezia hasn't scored in his last 5 in the Premier League. And from Casemiro in front of his own goalkeeper. Saka. Stopped by Bruno Fernandes.
Làm nó đầu xe cứ vậy vậy thì chuẩn rồi anh là nó thì anh đùa đó anh muốn ăn về
Game in which Arsenal led 1-0 and now find themselves trailing 2-1. Eze. Dorgu. Eze with an important touch. Gabriel to Timber. Can Eze create? In need of invention. Saka, too close to the goalkeeper.
Yep, just got a little too much on that. Nice hands again. Whenever the ball's come into the box with this guy, he looks confident that he's going to grab it and hang on to it, which is always really good if you're a defender. You turn around, you have full confidence in your goalie.
It's going to just be a last touch off the defender there. It's going to be a Manchester United throw.
Not a surprise that since United's goal, the substitutions that Arsenal have had more of the ball, but That's not a concern for Michael Carrick, I don't think. Possession Arsenal have had hasn't really looked like coming to anything.
Steve Holland alongside Jonathan Woodgate there, imparting their wisdom, their advice to Michael Carrick. This is Emma. Kobe Madu. 63 minutes of the clock now. It is 45 minutes of game time since Arsenal last had a shot on target. Ooh, Declan Rice just landing down on the back of the ankle of Bruno Fernandes there. That is a yellow card for the Arsenal midfielder.
Yeah, Declan Rice saying there's a 50-50 ball, doesn't it? He's just a bit late and catches Bruno. I think the referee's right to give him the card.
First yellow of the match for Declan Rice. Not surprised to see that Bruno Fernandes can take as long as he dares over this one. Every passing second is just heaping more and more pressure on Arsenal. Too close to the keeper, this time too close to David Raya. Dorgu.
Yeah, good take from David Raya that time, under pressure from Casemiro. You can hear the anxiety in the stadium now. We haven't heard it like this for a few weeks.
Anxiety is the word. Saka being held onto by shoulder. Play on, say the officials. Declan Rice was able to wrap his foot around it. Always too high.
Yeah, difficult one this. From that sort of angle. Again, United just descending upon Declan Rice. Might have been better served just to clip it towards the far post, but that's what happens. You naturally always trying to force things a little bit more than you usually would when you're behind.
Declan Rice, who has scored against Manchester United in each of the last 2 seasons. Dorgu. White. David Raya with a split-second hesitation, which for a moment had Arsenal fans very worried. Ben White. Saka. Close attendance from Luke Shaw, deemed to be a fair challenge. Arsenal wanted a free kick. Casemiro. Kobe Madu. Great sprinting back by Saka there. So still on the swords. Can they click back into gear? No, Eze loses here.
Eze's got to try and get in behind United's midfield, behind Kobe Mino and Casemiro, and get on the ball. If he operates in front of them all the time, then he's got to produce something unbelievable to get the other side.
Here's Gyökeres involved for the first time since coming on. That's a great pass. Mikel Merino. Awkward height for Trossard to control. He has kept it alive. Trossard's delivery. Maguire's header. Mbeumo flicking it on. 4 of the match to play. This is going to come down to desire now. Manchester United's desire to hold their lead. Arsenal's desire to equalise or surpass it as Luke Shaw gives Arsenal free kick, which they've taken already. Saka. Ben White. Saka wanted in return.
Lucky, just hit it too hard. Right idea. Just overhit it a bit, Ben White there.
This is Arsenal's 17th home game in all competitions this season. They haven't lost here this campaign. Some fingernails being consumed. Michael Carrick makes his first change. Manchester United, one of two teams who are yet to score a goal from a substitute in the Premier League this season, but Matheus Cunha is going to come on here to provide fresh legs in replacement of goal scorer Brian Mbeumo.
Yeah, finished that lovely, didn't he? Really good player, this guy. I think he's done well since he's come to United, I really do. And starting to see the best of Brian Mbeumo. Lovely finish that.
Come on.
So on comes Matheus Cunha, who scored against Arsenal for his old team Wolves 2 seasons ago.
What he brings, Connor, is tons of blistering pace. I mean, seriously quick, Matheus Cunha. Now, he might also drop into the midfield areas to try and pick the ball up a bit.
He's battling at the centre back as he's fouled the defender on the shoulders of the attacker. Craig Fosu gives the free kick to Arsenal.
Difficult sometimes. You have to raise your arms a little bit here and there when you're trying to challenge for the ball in the air. You can't have them by your side. Nobody does. He's a little unlucky there.
Victor Gyökeres, who hasn't scored a Premier League goal at home since September. He will be one of the targets here for Declan Rice to try and seek. Marino has got to happen in getting the end of those set-piece deliveries. He wants a corner. The officials say goal kick. All 3 Premier League goals this season for Mikel Merino have all been headers. And already Mikel Arteta is tapping the watch. There's 20 minutes to go, but he already doesn't want any time to be wasted. Merino on the flicker. Luke Shaw, Marino, Dorgu, away by Rice. Gyökeres and Sandro Martinez has earned hostilities, and Gyökeres has got the better this time. Harry Maguire's header, straight to Saka, chance for the shot from Arsenal. They're appealing for a handball in there. Arsenal wants a penalty. The on-field decision is no. The video assistant referee will, of course, be looking at the replays in the background.
Let's have another look at this. Certainly hits Harry Maguire's hand there, doesn't it? He's trying to stay low to the ground. Seen him given.
Something very like that involving Martin Odegaard here at the Emirates a few seasons back. The video system referee agrees with the on-field decision that it's a natural position for a falling defender. No penalty. Copy me. Luke Shaw. Arsenal defender stepping out of touch. This is Dorgu. Manchester United fans at the moment are giving the olays for each completed pass. And Dorgu could be in again here. That's a clever flick. An alert defending for Ben White to get there ahead of Kobbie Mainoo. Dorgu's nearly in again.
Was indeed. Great ball from Casemiro to find him.
Space for Kobbie Mainoo once more. Trying to pick up the run of Luke Shaw, a run that was tracked by Saka. Cunha looking to keep it alive.
Yes.
Didn't want to touch Cunha. Now Bruno Fernandes. A third goal for Manchester United, and Arsenal would be in very deep water. Maguire. Is it in pursuit? Ben White. Trossard. Arsenal need more accuracy in their passing for the final third.
Good play from United. This really good, strong spell for them. Keeping the ball with composure and confidence. Very nearly, as we said moments ago, with Dorgu getting in. Very important for Arsenal, this little chapter.
You would wonder if recently proposed Manchester United head coach Ruben Amorim was watching this game from afar. What was he think of the change of events amongst the same group of players that were really struggling under his tenure? Arsenal still have plenty of time today. Eze. Timber. To Trossard. Dancing feet from Leandro Trossard, but the cross at the end is much too close to the Belgian goalkeeper. Saliba. Allowed the ball past his body and it became an invitation for Kobe. And a tangle between Declan Rice and Bruno Fernandes results in an Arsenal free kick. Arsenal need a goal. There's a man who scored plenty in his time, Mr. Balaboon Thierry Henry. And Ian Wright looks quite agitated looking on. He's just spotting himself on the big screen. Arsenal goal scorers of old, but who of the current generation can step up and seize what is becoming an increasingly important moment here? Ben White, stopped by Lisandro Martinez. Dorgu is strong. Now Mateus Cunha. Arteta preparing to bring on more attacking firepower. Madueke, who since scored or assisted yet for Arsenal, is going to come on in place of Leandro Trossard.
Well, it looks like Madueke is going down the right side. Bukayo Saka's going to come and have a go with Diogo Dalot off the left.
Scored in the Champions League for his new club, Noni Madueke, but yet to score or assist in the Premier League. Hope to bring some fresh ideas on now. Gyökeres, clever back heel, Madueke ball for the first time. It's threaded away by Harry Maguire.
Yeah, good spot from Harry Maguire there. As Noni Madueke was just gaining a bit of speed. Good defending to shut that door and deal with it.
Marino. Rice. Saka. Now on the left. Watch the scenes around the Emirates Stadium. High stakes. Eze. His turn. Decent ball. Timber trying to tee up a second touch. That would have been a shot, but Harry Maguire gets there first. Almost a good ball, but too far in front of Ben White.
Right idea again. Just overhits it. Unlucky. Good run. Steps inside. Ben White makes a good little movement. Just overhits that one.
Well, chasing back will be watching on with much interest. Manchester City, who beat Wolves yesterday. Aston Villa, who won against Newcastle earlier on today. Might they be ending the weekend just 4 points behind Arsenal?
Lots of possession from Arsenal, not seeing many shots, are they, at Lemons? Really finding that spare man who can just get the ball out of his feet and hit something from the edge of the box, even further out. That's because they've just not been able to stitch those passes together, but also United have defended very well.
Last weekend to the derby, Manchester United limited Manchester City to just 1 shot on target in that game. Dalot to Ahmad. Manchester United fans who've seen so many false starts in recent times won't be celebrating yet. Against Dorgu there, it became quite the tussle. Dorgu will slowly get back up to his feet. The on-field decisions to play on. Stop has just, watch has been held up here just while the referee checks on the condition of Patrick Dorgu.
Dorgu grabbed Ben White's arm there. He's pulled the Arsenal man, and it looks like in doing so he might have hurt his hamstring a little bit as well. He immediately clutches that.
Well, this break in play, Andy, is the perfect opportunity to just one more time look at the Patrick Dorgu goal that has electrified his second half.
Great goal, lovely build-up. A couple of little clever passes with Bruno Fernandes, gets it back, still got tons to do, surrounded by red and white shirts. But he would have known, the second that left his boot, he would have thought this is going in, because he hits it so well, crashes off the ball.
So that could be the race run today for Patrick Dorgu. So Jim Ratcliffe and Omar Barada, Jason Wilcox. Still stern-faced despite the scoreline. They won't celebrate anything until they hear the final whistle today, but they've got to be so pleased because this appointment of Michael Carrick is one they needed to choose the right guy. And on early impressions, Andy.
Yes. I mean, he's done so far. What he's put into the team has been really good.
So a bit of danger, so Evans was always comfortable that was going over the top for a goal kick. Manchester United are going to make an interesting change here to replace Dorgu. They're going to bring on Šeško.
Yeah, because Mateus Cunha can probably just shift out onto the left-hand side a bit. Or even Bruno Fernandes. Either one.
So in comes Benjamin Šeško, who has scored 3 goals in his last 2 games. Didn't feature in the derby last weekend. He'll want to show what he can do here. Dorgu will hope that injury won't keep him out of the Fulham game next weekend. That is a Sunday match at Old Trafford.
Yeah, definitely hope for him that that's just a little twinge.
That's hit Šeško's face there. To his face there, he's still sitting on the screen there, suffering from it. So Manchester United temporarily playing with 10. Ben White, not in the block game. Inviting Luke Shaw to lunge. Corner to Arsenal. Here's what happened to Šeško.
Yeah, it's Bruno Fernandes actually just catch him nicely as well. What he should have done is just go down and with any sort of head injury, the referee will stop the game. He stayed on his feet. I've got to say I admire him in lots of ways for doing so, but good. It's good to continue. That's well done him.
8 minutes of normal time to go. Saka to tap. Goalkeeper came early. Saka again. Saka. Tries to catch the kick in the near post. Clever idea from Bukayo Saka.
Great save. Nice strike as well from Bukayo Saka. It might have gone through legs. Often does this when shooting from a tight angle. Yeah, it's Casemiro. It goes through those legs, and that might well have been sneaking in.
Thì tôi biết có là cái chấn thì nó
Lục cái team nó quyết định phải một đá là gì là lại được
có là đôi khi
Saka's corner again.
Goal! 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 You know?
Breeze! Breeze! All of the balls are all of the line! And Arsenal through Mikel Merino have got it back to 2-2 with 6.5 minutes of normal time to play.
It's another one of those set plays. It's a brilliantly planted ball in. It's so difficult to defend. It really is. It's right on the money, this delivery. That is perfect. Sonny Lamins, who's been so good, comes for it but doesn't get it. There's just too much traffic in the way. So many players jostling for position. He can't get anywhere near it, and it just drops for Mikel Merino. He doesn't really hit it probably as cleanly as he does, but it doesn't matter. It's good enough. It's gone over the line, and Arsenal are back in the game.
The Corner Kings do it again. An Arsenal corner. And look at this. Mikel Merino believes there's still time to go and grab a winner. Video assistant referee looked at all of that. They confirmed the goal stands 2-2 in the Emirates.
It's another big goal for this guy. He does seem just to be able to get on the end of things when it arrives in the box. And wow, it's a big moment again today.
Fifth goal of the season in all competitions, sixth I should say for Mikel Merino, including the Champions League. Fourth and now the Premier League. Michael Carrick's lead is gone. And there are 5 minutes plus stoppages to go. Saliba. Can Arsenal harness this new momentum shift? Madueke. Pace to enter the penalty area, but then he couldn't control it properly.
He did have people supporting him then, Noni Madueke. You're right. He was absolutely foot to the floor there.
The belief is back.
It's going to be some finish to this game because United, listen, they're far from incapable of going and scoring again. They've got Chesko on, they've got Cunha out there. They can make chances, make no mistake about that.
Under Ruben Amorim holding on to Leeds was a big problem for Manchester United. This is special out of his box of tricks. Arsenal 2, Manchester United 3.
Incredible. What a goal. I mean, just unbelievable stuff that from Matheus Cunha. As soon as he picks that up and turns and gets that on his right foot, he's hitting it. He's always going to be hitting this. Boy, does he hit it true and clean. And David Raya lunging, full fingertip stretch to his left, isn't getting it. Brilliant, brilliant goal.
There was less than 3 minutes between Merino equalising for Arsenal and Matheus Cunha producing this strike, which has been received like a bullet by Arsenal.
Good play again, Connor, from United in tight areas. Really good play. What a goal. What a finish. Just a stunning hit that is. It's hit hard with that whip, with that curl on it, and it's always ended up in one place. That one back of the net, brilliant strike.
The reactions from the respective coaches tell a story all of its own. Manchester United, who have had 3 shots on target in this game, and all 3 of them have ended up in the back of the net. Arsenal behind again, and time is almost up. In the middle of all of that, Manchester United have brought out and brought on Mazraoui, who's recently returned for the Africa Cup of Nations. Defensive reinforcements now to see this through. They've already had a lead slip. Michael Carrick will be full of extra determination now with presumably lengthy injury time period still to come here. Manchester United need to batten down the hatches.
Certainly do. They know it's going to come into the box now. Every chance Arsenal get, they've got to try and push and force and see if they can find a way back in it. So I think that's a wise move from Michael Carrick in terms of bringing Mazraoui on.
Saliba under pressure from Mateus Cunha. What an introduction he has made. Casemiro thunders into Timber. Manchester United looking to boss these closing stages away at the league leaders. Timber. Eze. By Marino. Is there to be another twist in this tale? Saka. Arsenal gets a corner.
Whether they needed Declan Rice to produce one of his finest deliveries, it's right now. This is where Arsenal always seemingly look the most dangerous. They really do. If they get that delivery and that flight right and get the bodies around them and make it difficult for him to come and get it, it's hard to deal with.
7 minutes to go. Sardines.
Yes.
Touched down by Lam. He's got a foul, and that relieves a lot of pressure.
Yeah, just got his body in well there. Richie Eze didn't want to see Mateus Cunha sprint away from him, which he would have done. Happy to draw that foul as well. Really happy to exaggerate the full take it. Don't blame him at all for that.
Eze joins Declan Rice. And the referee's note with these Arsenal fans, and it's very seldom that they see their team concede 3 at home in the Premier League. It's only the 3rd time it's... In fact, sorry, it's the 6th time it's ever happened under Mikel Arteta all the years. 6 times that they have conceded 3 at home in the league. Michael Carrick has instilled something special, something of the old Manchester United flame.
Yeah, when I see Casemiro and Kobbie Mainoo, I think, why on earth did Ruben Amorim? What is it he didn't see in Kobbie Mainoo? What was it he didn't like so much? I mean, such a good player. They really work well together in the middle of the park.
There will be much discussion on how Amorim's system, which was given the priority, was not getting the best out of the individuals in the squad. Manchester United about to move back up to the top 4. This could still end up being a positive season for a club that has been in such turmoil. Will Cunha's goal prove to be the winner here? 5 minutes of stoppages to play.
It's not the best free kick from Lisandro Martinez. That clip it wider, knock it into an area wider. Whereas if it goes there, it goes out for a throw-in. as it is, Arsenal are now back surging forward.
Gabriel. Declan Rice. Marino. Saliba. Ben White. It's blocked by Luke Shaw. Manchester United are hanging on.
Yes!
Wayward pass. Bruno Fernandes has an empty container. It was all rushed. It had to be. And it's well wide of the target, but worth the goal.
For him, that's a pretty reasonable situation. David Raya was miles out of his goal. He saw it, just didn't execute it properly.
2 of the 3 goals that Manchester United have scored today have been from outside the penalty area. That would have certainly sealed the deal.
Yes!
Will do it after Harry Maguire. Arsenal, this is where the weight arrives. It's not even the weight of expectation. This heavy burden, runners up so many times, knowing what might slip away from them is a petrifying thought for Arsenal fans. It's a good flick on off for Gabriel, and the Lions gets there just ahead of Gyökeres.
Masraoui does well to just get his body across Gyökeres there to prevent the striker from maybe just getting a toe on the end of that.
7 minutes of stoppages are flying by. 2 to go. Are Manchester United going to win back-to-back Premier League games under Michael Carrick? Back-to-back Premier League games for the first time since October. So good at holding onto the ball in tight areas with Tesh Cunha. Kick by Marino. Manchester United need to re-establish their defensive shape. Madueke. Ben White. Madueke. Denied by Alessandro Martinez. Still alive for Ben White. Gabriel to the far post. Yes. Dalot rises.
Yes.
And it's a head injury for Dalot, and the referee obliged to hold up play, and Manchester United are almost there.
That's good defending, Diogo Dalot, yeah. That's what you've got to do in the last couple of minutes when you've got a lead. It's a team that are top of the Premier League. You've got to defend, you've got to put everything on the line, and he does that really well there. Look, he's had a little look over his shoulder. He knows Gabriel is lurking behind him, and as soon as this ball loops up in the air, he knows he's got to put something on that, and makes good contact. Well played.
Martinez they look too unreal
Arsenal going to lose at home for the first time this season. What a complete ball to the blue. Recent performances, results have been of concern. Head in the hands for Ian Wright. A couple of scoreless draws in the Premier League coming into this match today. This vantage point will be deemed an enormous success for Arsenal right now. 7 minutes are up. Central Martinez at the pitch from Gyökeres. Is he in here? Down he goes. Referee has given the free kick anyway to Manchester United. Late drama here.
Yeah, I think it was a push in the back from Gyökeres. Just here. On Lisandro Martinez. Yeah, Craig Pawson's in a good position to actually see that.
Gyökeres would have loved to capture a special moment late on here, given the debut campaign he's had so far. We're about to move past the 98-minute mark into the 99th minute of the game. And it is backwards from Michael Carrick. And what a pair of wins they have been. First to beat Manchester City in the derby. And now winning away at league leaders Arsenal. Last weekend, Carrick damaged Pep Guardiola's title hopes.
Boro ka tinubaya sa kakatulong pero
To stunt Mikel Arteta's progress. Carrick becomes the first Manchester United Jose Mourinho to come here to the Emirates and to beat Arsenal in the league.
Tu nak kan reconnect itu je. Bye bye.
2017 and Arsenal beaten at the Emirates.
John chưa đặt túi vào tin là lệ đâu. Cái là ngu. Anh cái đó nha. Đấy. Không cần nên đặt gì.
This fixture never fails.
Tin ra sao?